What do you read? Become very famous. I know what you're saying. We never know. Maybe in the home away, be part of
That's
home
true.
away, running, bang bang. Something I want to do is stunt. The stunt class. You know the stunt? Like people fighting, like action.
Stuntman, yeah.
Stuntman. I was searching this week about it.
Yeah?
Because I like to be very like challenging. I'm like fit and the night my level.
You like living in the city area? Yeah. I used to live around Surrey.
Yeah, because even Stanmore is like very close to you.
Yeah.
I don't have to drive to go there.
No.
Walk. All the short classes for basic stuff. It just one doesn't have to speak. I can start from there, no? Be part of big production. And start speaking things. What you think? Are you going the right path?
I'll go outside.
Those are reserved.
Reserved. Yeah, because there are very big parking over here. Public parking. This is all go yesterday. This should go through. This should.
Oh, that's it. There, it's still there.
The story I've written for this film is about growing into originality, knowing all the pain, the loneliness, and just that lost feeling of love and heartache.
I know, yeah. It's cute. Oh. You can cut it out and forward. You can. Done, yeah. Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, it's fine. I know, I'm muting it all. Yeah.
It's hot.
It's shimmering.
I'm going to do a headstand for you. Do you want to record that?
Yeah, sure.
Ready?
Yep.
Let's see how I go.
Just don't hurt yourself.
Play.
Wow. Look at that.
Stop like me.
That's okay.
To know myself, I should be alone in humble isolation. It's long used to achieve what he wants in a mystical arts. Praise proudly. Let me embellish what I wish to as I hate myself for what I do wrong. Give me morality or knowledge of the end times. Stern magician, what are your secrets? Pagan idols, divided from living figures. I want, if I should get. I do more madness cutting the throat of a person's attention. Let them witness it as they had seen a miracle for some time. Because it's been cursed walking on salt over the roads of heaven. misery but alone amongst humanity, not because I've been rejected. It's the price to pay for believing in grandiose dream. For now, I shall swim in anxiety and conduct if I suffer nothing from it. Seeds for later harvest. It's too late. It's now burned into my veins, mixing with my veins, fairly and firmly, accepting my place in the world, where the resentments still matter, cause I'm the one feeling. Arc in my soul, where your smile is beyond my formality, etched into my essence, no longer hypnotized. Now I'm slaving into your transcendental connection, birthing loneliness, heaven, and now everyone is local and common. As the souls on the road leading to you belongs to the past, finally could you be an angel? In poetry, it spheres mood of grace, a temple of daily moods. Where poets had wild ignorance to experience it themselves, where every moment we have it's a distinct moment of romantics, Cupid hoping us, our very actions itself, poetry to the mundane, immeasurable lover. What will I do without you? Anxious, not clingy. Know how much it meant to me to turn your head, simply smile. We're worlds beyond what to emulate, culture-based. We are pagan gods, idols, and culture. No one understands us, but they pay homage to us, raising marble statues in our image. In a hazel of golden glow, I stood still, letting the haze thin out. I strutted in a slow manner right forward, a line painters, black hair, hung lower than your shoulders. Adjusting the glasses didn't take any notice. Your attention was a reward for the redemption actions I took, loyal to growth of your individuality, wanting discover of progress. Loud in ensemble stands, never breaching contradictions. Sitting in most of my earth, I come by to say hello. Though the plenty of being different from the others in a constant notice is wandering eyes lingering over your body movements, never asking for it, an invention of sophism, a delight of being strange. Love wanted, so lover be. I was too fearful of saying hello. I backed away from the most cultures, where they veil conformity of the word like civilizing power away. Like how
I know, it's just, I've quit drinking, I've quit partying, I've got to quit smoking. It's my next goal. I'm trying.
How long have you been smoking?
Way too long.
Are you honestly smoke a lot or no?
Not really, no. One packet will probably last me 2 days, 3 days. Yeah.
How many have you inside?
A 20 or 25.
Still bad.
Yeah, it is. But the thing is, I've stopped drinking and doing other drugs and stuff, and partying and all that stuff. So
No, it's less like
yeah. So which I haven't done in years. I haven't partied in a long time, but so I eat healthy and try to exercise and stuff.
yeah, get some steps. It's not very easy.
No, that's right.
Okay, you stop a few things.
No.
Because cigarettes take a while to
yeah.
stop. Not,
I'm trying.
Yeah, date one guy will be harder. You try 2 times, then go back. Yeah, try it slow. But sometimes you get anxious. It depends.
Yeah.
Some way people like, if I get maybe anxious about stress something, I go out. I like to even drive, park my car, and watch. I say a live movie. I love to not be like out, but I love to park my car where I have people, like public, I stop and watch it. You know, like in the beach, you just see people there and then relaxing, see the beach and people walking. When you're too stressed, sometimes you don't want to make any contact. You just want to see to enjoy the view. It's my way to relax if I'm stressed. But some people smoke, some people drink. So you just need to maybe find some different hobby to get your mind.
Yes, that's what I do.
Yeah.
I've got to grow up.
Yeah, but you get a long time you do that maybe. Normally people like after 8 like to smoke, right? Or what's when you like to smoke? Like always or for relax? What's your point?
To relax a little, anxiety.
Okay.
Yeah,
because everyone has some moment like about cigarettes.
Yeah, morning time, just
Yeah, just
Just
a
for eat,
little,
yeah.
a bit to relax. My moment.
just relax. Just
Yeah, you need to find some other maybe
yes, that's right.
tricky the cigarette.
Yes.
Okay, so slowly we go there. And then you live close by, right? You have friends? No.
Yeah, I live with
flatmates or
housemates.
okay.
I live in a house. Yeah.
There's a lot of people. How many?
Just me and 4 other people,
Okay.
plus their girlfriends if they date.
They bring the girlfriend over.
Yeah. Sometimes we all get along though.
No pets like dogs or cats in the house.
2 dogs.
Oh really?
Yeah.
No
So,
cats.
no cats at the moment.
What's the train?
No, it's a big truck. Yeah.
It's a train here, you know?
No, we were too far from the train.
Yeah, that's why I thought, what? New train around? It's good. This place is nice.
It's alright.
How
It's
long?
quiet.
No, you cannot walk from here. Just
You
bus.
can, yeah. From here to Manly walking, probably 1 hour or something, 45 minutes or something. Bus, not that long. Driving 5 to 10 minutes, or so, depending on traffic. But because Manly's so popular, parking's a problem, so that takes up a lot. Yeah.
I think there is another beach before Manly. What's the name? I forgot the name.
There's Fairlight.
Fairlight. I like that.
Yeah, it's very beautiful.
I've never been there. I always go because Brazilian. We
Yeah.
always go Manly straight.
Yeah.
Even they have to work in Fairlight. Oh my god.
Yeah, there's another beach really. Actually, if you got time, if you want to, I can show you another beach just down the road, Clontarf. Yeah, it's just literally down the road. It's very beautiful and relaxed. So, yeah, I always take I've got 3 spots for my first dates, and that beach is one of them. So I've got 3 spots where if I'm dating somebody for the first time, that's one spot. So picnic and stuff.
Yeah, after I got the car, it's more easier to go someplace more far because when you have like bus, the bus, like the popular, mainly you just go where the stop the bus, right? Bus stop you go.
Yeah.
But why you have car, and then that's why I stop in Fairlight. Before I never, because the bus just goes straight to Manly, right? Can I see how it look like? Okay, can I push a little up? Okay, because I just run the room. Okay, for me, for a long time, I have to wait. I had to run out of patience. All the personal emotional pain got too large for me to handle anything. Then snap at the last minute, like one bomb. In the hands of a child, I exploded. Then, learn later, correct, amend, whatever. For several years, I avoid life. Upon entering my 30s, I regret much of it. Always assuming the worst, and the fact is pointless. But I'm learning now. Don't tell and show everyone all parts of your face. Most won't understand or be willing to accept. And never accept anyone less than you are in your private world. It's worse than blasphemy, the dog. There are no distinct universal rules. All treating these people, sure, compassion, kindness have its place. But when asking, who are you? By one of those people, look at them, go into their soul, leave one part of yourself there and explode. Whenever they see you, make sure the explosion causes enough damage for them to be in painful angst and regret for not making one effort to match you. It's shocking to know how easy it is to let go. Have one's mind to be like one tree that constantly expands and drops dead leaves to the ground. It's one lesson on what kind of quality, character not to be and who to avoid next time. Harsh, yes, like the thoughts that dwell inside your mind. Go back. Harsh, yes, like the thoughts that dwell inside your mind. The company is one reflection of one's world. Lo, do not take these people as strictly accidents, but one constant reminder.
But yeah. It's a good colour.
I think you just can get a book.
Oh,
Yeah, it's like nobody wants to look at me. It's, you can say it, trust me.
Because it's not higher? No.
It's got, yeah.
this is someone living in the same house.
Mas you're not gonna be there.
Oh, well,
How are you gonna be there?
I'm like
Camera shot.
between places.
I filmed some, I'll make them this
What's in like in this part? In this part, what the cafe?
Nothing.
You just
Just us talking. Yeah.
Okay, interesting. Soon.
Just talking and having a coffee, that's it.
Are you gonna put some voices in this part or no?
No. Just, this is just to break up you reading the paces and stuff.
And then we're gonna show just like mute.
Mute?
No,
We're not going to mute it.
No, but when you put there, you're gonna put the conversation or...
Oh, no. It's just us talking, that's it. So when I edit it together, so it's going to be you reading it, then when I cut it, because when you watch the whole thing, it will look different. So I'm going to put this cafe part in the middle of us reading it.
Yeah, to have some background.
Right.
But he's still gonna hear me
Yeah.
talking the cafe.
Yeah.
Like then we have to talk about something special.
We can talk about anything we want. Yeah.
Because to continue the same video, like something you asking about me. No, I thought it was the cafe part. It's gonna be talk about me connect to that.
Yeah, anything.
no?
No,
Okay,
we can talk about
it's
anything.
your part.
Yeah, we can talk about anything. I'm difficult.
No, yeah, because I thought we have to sit
We
down.
don't have to, no. So,
Are you ready or no?
I can take things out and stuff. So 6 years in Australia. Is that? Yes. Did you come with friends and stuff?
No, come along.
Alone? Wow.
It's very difficult at the beginning. Like,
Yeah.
no much English. Sometimes I have to write. Take the bus.
Yeah.
I have to write. Could you please stop and show to the driver? Because I was doing it. And then he writes back for me. Because for me it was easy to get Google and translate.
Yeah, that's true.
Because for me I was still like with the listening. Take a bit longer. However, small community.
And you've always lived around the city, or?
Yeah, in the beginning, like most living city because it's close to school, close to the jobs.
Yeah. Have you ever been to Manly?
Before I worked like Caribbean, and then we have to go around like Mosman, Manly, so
My old boss is from South Polo, isn't he? Yeah. He was telling me when I first moved to Australia, all my friends moved to Manly.
Oh, I have no business.
Yeah.
Don't die in Manly.
Yeah. And he goes, when I came to Manly, too many Brazilians there. And they lived like if they were in Brazil. I lived there for 1 year, but no English.
That's why.
Yeah.
The only reason I never live in Bondi,
Yeah.
is because I still have a lot of friends here for 3 years. Because they just keeping hung out with each other.
Yeah.
I know it's cool, Brazilian, but I try to mix it up.
Yeah. He was telling me, he was so angry. When I was in Brazil, I get paid once a month in this factory. Sometimes my payroll, so I took so long to get to Australia.
Because it's weekly or arbitrary. Me too.
Yeah.
And then I have to calculate the money.
All that, that's what he's so angry with himself.
Because even the rent, you like save for the whole month to pay. You're like, weekly. It's a whole thing.
Then he was telling me, after 1 year, no English, with me and my wife, she got her visa, came over, and she got angry. What are you doing here? This is not Brazil, this is Australia. You wasted your time. And he goes, I live like a Brazilian and stuff. That's all he was angry about. Because he made all his friends Brazilians and
he was just enjoying.
Yeah, just enjoying and stuff. And his wife came over and goes, you learnt no English? She got no... Because my wife, she was
Yeah, I had my friend said she come after her boyfriend was here almost 2 years. He's like,
Yeah.
English. Then she
No.
came like, what's you doing here?
Yeah.
I thought your family learned English. but-"
Yeah. Because if you want to live like Brazilian, you go back home and settle down. That's what she said. So, because I don't worry about the government anymore, but I worry about now he owns a coffee shop in Monterey and stuff. It's so cool.
Yeah, it was your boss.
Yeah, it was.
We have a lot of Brazilian now. Yeah, I think we're going to open new shop in Manila now.
Yeah.
My friends, they having, I think it was some like restaurant, like a Brazilian barbecue. And then I know they now going to start having another one. Because like everybody knows.
That's nice.
It's only going to have it here. I always like to eat from there. Very good barbecue.
It's very good. Yeah. You met a lot of people and all that?
It's like sad because you realize it doesn't kind of angle. It's hard to have someone from alone. Because if that's why the Brazilian, or even not just Brazilian, students in Australia.
Yeah.
And just if you use like some Australian, but instead that, just most students you know for 1 or 2 years, but they go back home. Like me, I'm 6 years. Most of my friends, people stay, I think, around 4 years.
Yeah.
4 years, then they leave. They don't stay longer. That's why, like, I have to keep starting making new friends.
Yeah.
It's sad.
Yeah. So you want to live here in Australia or? Yeah. Cool. Yeah.
This is back.
Nice. Nice. Yeah. See.
Even the situation now, the COVID in Brazil. But you can say, if I not stay here, I'm open to go to different country. If something doesn't work out here, I like that. The mix of cultures. I think if I go back to Brazil, going to be bored.
I was living in Paris for a while. Then I was living in Monaco for a little bit. But I had to come back. So.
Yeah, I think because after you move like go across your country, just go somewhere, you don't stay stuck again in the same place. And I was like, probably, I'm open. I keep checking like Germany, Ireland, or anywhere. And check because if something doesn't work out here, I wanna go some another country. Even though even it's 1 year, you need to wait for the cookies.
Yeah, that's cool.
Because sun has been perfect.
So what else? Tell me about yourself anyway.
I have 2 cats. I have me and my 2 cats.
Nice. What are the cats like?
Pink and black. Before I have pink and blue, but blue is cake.
Oh,
And I don't know
no.
if I reverse that. I'm still missing. I still hope one day he come back. Then pink go out, naughty girl. Had some like boys and come back pregnant after blue escape. And then I said shit, I can't have it. And then I waited for days like girl and then I give for adoption. And then I kept the last one because I see blue was not come back. I think I always have company, you know? Because I'm always outside like studying or working. And I say I want my cat to have some company when I'm out. That's why I keep her separate. And now it's like pink and that's what it was even before I came here I was on my pants before I never liked they touch when I'm wearing black. It's black very before I leave they like they wanna like you see? They just come they come your leg like when it's so good. I just see it. I was like in the car park before.
Yeah. Okay, I've got dogs in that.
Yeah, because it's hard. Because when you have black clothes, I never home. I just put it and don't come close. Because all you come like, I like it. It's like my company.
Yeah, that's cool. That's so cool.
A long time living, sometimes alone. Even have lockdown. Even like after long day working, studying, you go back home and then you have like the cousins, they sleep with me like this. Or watch some Netflix and have the because friends, even we have friends, it is complicated sometimes to find the time. Because I work, some people work in a restaurant, like or somewhere else, and then to match the time is very hard. Even you have so many friends, it's sometimes very hard to see them. To get the same time, like today have a day off, but you don't have it.
What about getting an Australian boyfriend or something?
I don't know.
They're too stylish?
No, it didn't work out. I have some like Australian boyfriend. I think because the culture is different. I think Brazil is more raw and they are a little bit cooler. And then they can be really too realistic. I like to be more close, you know, in Australia like go out boys and they don't give much attention, and for me it's because even I'm like alone and then you alone here, like you don't have family, and then you put all your energy in your boyfriend, and then he always off doing something else. In Brazil the couples is more together, like to go shopping together, coffee together, and even like friends don't have like boys nights, it's very hair. We always go together, and then here it is more separate, and when you think I don't know, I'm happy, I'm very happy alone, single maybe, I don't know, we never know. Yeah, I'm not gonna force and have some relationship that didn't work. I don't wanna be like desperate at once. The right guy gonna come.
Yeah, of course. Get to know him first in a healthy way.
Because I think the beginning was very like, met someone, something I want to date. It was too rushed.
Yeah.
And now I'm like very hard.
Yeah, Australian boys are like that. So slow down, get to know him first.
Yeah, I have like some we just met like for 2-3 times and so let's start dating and we go.
Yeah.
And now the last one starts dating 1 month. It doesn't work. Like say I think it needs time. Even you become friends, take a while, like friend benefits. And start going serious, you know? Because then you know more.
Yes. Just with Australian boys, get to know them first.
Very no rush. Because maybe I think after 3 months you start to know the because the beginning we were like
my ex-girlfriend, she's from France. It's like she doesn't complain too much. Because she's like, from France. She's living in a different country. So she's not open. And she's like, the problem with Australian boys, they're child all the time. They're all the time. Because in France, they're not like that. On weekends, they have fun, go out, but during the week, they're adults and stuff.
Yeah.
That's a problem with Australian boys.
Yes, but sometimes you find some mixed boys better, but sometimes Australian. I can say Australian is the plan because here is very mixed. Sometimes have like Australian mix some German families, German with the family Italian, and then it's good because the mom like mix a bit of culture, and then he no become just shit with it. And then he give a little bit like Italian people is more warm. And that's how it was the stove, and then they can mix it up.
They can mix it up.
Yeah, and you get too cold.
Too cold. Yeah. That looks adorable, yeah. Right. Actually, you can stop if you want. Just that you know, I'm going to mute all this footage and stuff, so we can talk. Do you want to take a swig of water?
No.
You sure?
Yeah.
you got a lot of projects coming up, or?
Yeah, I've got those two auditions.
Yeah? What's the movies about?
I have no idea.
You have
They just asked.
You got the premise of the thing, or?
Hey?
You got the premise, or? The concept?
Oh, they just sent me a thing.
Oh, so, that means it's nothing to do. That seems like nothing. Who's directing it?
I don't know actually. I just saw it in the someone saying, here's the script, can you send us a self tape? My agent, and I was like, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just then, I'm gonna mute this, so we're not gonna,
I'm
yeah,
just doing my hair.
yeah. I know, because my stuff's a bit avant-garde as well, so it's, I wouldn't call it weird art, but just different, underground indie
Oh yeah.
sort of thing.
What
So
are you gonna do with them?
hopefully this will just add slightly to both of our portfolios. That's all. So it's
So what, are you gonna do anything?
yeah. See what sometimes it's a bit hard to say until you see it fully, sort of thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's
Why don't you like end?
yeah. Like I said, there are short film, not short, film festivals you can.
You don't?
Yeah, like I said, sometimes it'll click in, like, once I see the look of it, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
sometimes that's the missing part to it as well.
Have you done many of these?
Of these movies?
Of
Yeah.
This stuff?
Yeah, heaps, man.
Oh, cool.
Heaps.
That's interesting.
Yeah, so that's why I say, look, sometimes it's, don't be thrown off when we're
No,
doing it,
it's
yeah.
not that. I just don't want my personal stuff.
No, that's understandable.
It's all like,
Yeah, of course. We'll fix that up, don't mind.
still cool. Okay.
Yeah. I'd say you look very. The acting suits you. To be honest.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm not doing anything.
No, I mean like you got where are we? Alright. Come here. Relax, okay?
No, thank you.
Okay. You look great, okay? Now, why the acting suits you? So you got a natural frame figure and colours for the camera. It's a good thing. Yeah?
Okay, and?
So yeah, just maybe your shoulders maybe have them a bit dark. So does that make sense?
Why did you ask me to stand here?
Oh, it's for the camera.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Just I'm trying to capture you on camera. And what about your hair? Oh, it's the same stuff you were wearing the other day. Yeah. Swapping hands. You can use that one.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I wouldn't punch anyone though.
I'm sure there's reasons to.
The tree's nice, isn't it? Very pretty.
Now, just give me a moment to have a cigarette, then we can do a little bit more different. Once this is all put together, it'll look very pretty. So, 10 years ago I was studying literature. Now, discovered all these like miniature documentaries on famous poets and stuff, and they're really good. If you want me to forward some links to them, or
Yeah, if you want.
since you like writing and stuff like that.
Yeah. Okay, sure. Where did you study with?
Oh, just for myself. Like I found all these online programs you can do, and
yeah.
just do it on my own.
Cool. And you enjoyed it?
Yeah, it's an accidental discovery that I can learn on my own, and I don't need to kind of
Yeah,
go somewhere else. This is good. I taught myself a lot. So what do you just want to be in? You said you just want to be a working actress, and
I don't know.
you're still feeling it out and all that.
Hey?
Still feeling it out. Yeah, of course. You got very great hair too, by the way. What?
Trying to dry it.
Yeah.
Still a little wet.
No, it's good. What colour is it anyway? What colours did you put in?
This is a bit. It used to be red, but now it's, I don't know, whatever color you see. Yeah. I'm not sure what I'm doing.
No, that's alright. At the moment, I just want to capture some natural light. There's nothing at the moment. Unless if I'm saying something, it's just a different type of filmmaking that I've discovered.
Yeah. Cool. We should take this somewhere.
Fucking filthy habit smoking is.
Right?
Filthy habit smoking is.
You've been smoking for a while?
Yeah. It's one of my only leftover vices that I've still got.
Yeah. Don't smoke. Flies everywhere.
Now, what's your plans for 2021?
Don't know. What's yours?
Hopefully become a better person.
Become a better person?
Yeah.
Why do you say that? You don't think you're a good person?
No. I think I'm okay now, but you can't go wrong when you're growing into a better person.
Yeah.
It always leads to something better.
Did you used to judge yourself?
It's a long story. I wasn't the most well-behaved person.
Hey?
I wasn't the most well-behaved person.
What's not well behaved?
I wasn't.
Like what was the worst thing you've done?
I don't know.
What do you mean by not well behaved person?
They're sitting in their front. They're harmless.
Eh?
They're harmless as birds.
Yeah, I know. But what's not?
Like, it just wasn't. Yeah, just cleaned up my eye. Started being an adult.
How long ago did you?
A while ago. I shouldn't have mentioned I'm such a different person. But a while ago.
2 years ago?
Well, yeah. Trust me. Down the road there's a scenic pathway and there's a bunch of them around. Same with rabbits too.
Yeah.
You like helping people, don't you? You like helping people, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm here helping you.
That's a good trait, don't you?
Hey?
It's a good trait.
Yeah.
But don't lose yourself in it.
What do you mean?
Don't be somebody's mother.
Someone's mother?
No.
Mother? What is that supposed to mean?
Don't get lost in somebody else's bullshit. That makes sense.
Why do you say that?
Because I've seen it. A lot of my female friends, that's how they do it.
They're too nice and then they get taken
They're very,
advantage of?
yeah, they're very empathetic.
Yeah, no. Yeah. So what's the next thing after this?
After this, so I've got about.
The people who cannot think shouldn't speak. Though the internet has provided one loophole for the vast mass of people who do not have a platform in their personal lives to speak. For now, whether the internet has provided one severs for humanity or one severs yet to be fully clear. I stumbled upon Anton LaVey by mere chance and read the Satanic Bible cover to cover in one sitting. I never found it selfish nor egotistical, for I am my word, because can only live my own life. I'm responsible for it. To throw God in this mix. God will judge your actions, intent, thoughts, and emotions here on earth. To let God's will to be done, it's up to God to be both blame and credit for everything. Like Camus, my life now is one result of my own decisions. I regret. Oh, stop. I just stopped.
When you're ready.
Okay, like Camus, my life now is one result of my own decisions. I am myself. I am forever in search of myself while breathing. My only concern now is to avoid regret. Tips are no endorsement for the devil or anything evil or inhuman. I'm neither selfish or egotistical, for I fear to be worse, all the same as I was yesterday. Wisdom is useless until it's applied, and society is nothing if every face is the same. Lost something as an adult now that I do regret. No putting more into my education, no on account for my career prospects. One certain appreciation of wisdom, knowledge, expertise in the Pacific area, simply to know. It started a few years ago in my mid-20s. I got sick and tired of having my mind and never use it. Never to think for myself, so on. Previously, I hear of famous philosophers such as Plato. Most of all, like I'm assuming, more people than I can comprehend. And surprisingly, Noam Chomsky. The surprising part is for me, just in awe of his intellect and mental recall. On a day off, and got in the mood of conspiracy theory and stumbled upon his dog. Manufacturer one day off and got in the mood of conspiracy theory and stumbled upon his dog. Manufacture of consent. At first, I did attempt to read his books, mainly political, and was out of my depth. Not only starting, but pushing through the initial start is just as hard. For a while, there will be no general academic I would adore. In one fashion, for admiration for their intellect. No until Jordan Peterson. Neither taking his side or going against him. In secret, my personal quest starts off over something petty to appeal to others. Because in one deeper secret, I had to grow to be attracted to intelligence. With one cough of mild jealousy of others who are smarter than I. Many of them, though this is true, my public reason is to uphold better conversations. The more I speak about it, the more I talk, the more I may say, the deeper it is, the more I like you. And I do.
Whenever you're ready.
Either as in person or sexually. Go back. Say again, sexually.
Sexually.
I always don't know. Sexually. Don't go in my mind. Sexually. Either as one person or sexually. For unfortunate reason, I learned M's way called happiness in intelligent people is the rarest thing. This applies to me, to one descent line of personal unhappiness, but the more use I have of my mind, the more disappointment I have of others. Perhaps I have false expectation of others, or the external world in general. Over the last 6 years, I have read countless amounts of both fiction and non-fiction books, and what I'm gonna go back. Over the last 6 years, I had read countless amounts of books. Over the last 6 years, I have countless amounts of both fiction and non-fiction books, and watched almost the same amount of documentaries and lectures, which in terms of docs and lectures is one of the internet's greatest gifts. Yes, it's cursed. In fact, anyone posts or upload shit. Due to my addictive personality, I continue to inject information into my life, and against constantly in every moment I'm living to apply it here. Past my self-made illusion right onto reality. Thinking for myself, learning how to think, has been one recent endeavor for me. Sparked As I mentioned throughout this piece, for reading the Satanic Bible, I have struggled to find one philosophy I can stick to. Despite my appreciation of Stoicism and nihilism, wisdom belongs only to those who have minds of unopening them. In short, the real reason I continue to learn was not to drive in success, but to understand myself, where things like introspection, meditation, doing one's self-inventory, and so on are scary and all too easy to avoid. If the same excuse of tomorrow, next week, or whatever, set day to start fresh. Though I still struggle in certain areas. You sure, or will get other plans?
was about to say, no. It's a pretty clean area.
In this part, we'll be sitting down and just reading it off script, Blonde Beauty. Jasmine mixing it with honey, intertwining as a course of intercourse as a dragon, fireflies witness reading energy. The world turns as made a leap into some sort of holy leap, a hunger of new gods. Not going into rehab for heroin, unprotected sex, birthing new generations. But it's a twitch in modern times, as the devil is my new best friend. Coming together from a blunt dream where I was high off pills, a halo of smoke providing a rustic old-fashioned feel. The forefront dissolved into swirling smoke, practicing philosophy and conversation, trying to adjust the external to my feelings, protesting where the two aren't aligned. No one is listening. Dumb pity when I express a blank innocent confusion. Privately I cry of mocking tears when I just want to snub violently, using my whole eye, preferably my third. Neither good or evil has a limit, but each person has a capacity and to point to do either. Being silent in a complete fashion is one strong way to hear the truth. I have met so many people in this world, which some are. I'm never so regretful in saying hello to that. No one can fully understand the complexity of life. At least there's people out there we hate and resent the purpose to dark art alive. I'd be in jail otherwise. Oh, how can I write literally? Holiness in such a state. How can you be someone when you keep turning the cheek to do something else? Oh, how can I be when there are no chances while you're smiling such lustful models with another? It's hard to accept that I know you, to which I have so much shame in knowing you. So much hate to say, but your ears are listening to what you want to hear. With never more reasons to smile for you, I'm questioning the roads of redemption. I'll be a saint if I can't express my greatness to myself. To know myself, I should be alone in humble isolation. It's longest to achieve what one wants. So I got into poetry when I was 10, and I have been doing it ever since. Sure, I give too much power away, like how the ocean gives crashing waves to the shoreline. It's my truth, to where when I first saw you, binded to my attachment through my perspective, the lessons from the falling leaves, so we cannot hold what we create in our minds. You walked away into the golden haze, where it covered you into distance gained from your footsteps. The haze veiled over, but in future memories. I let my head down, I heard your heart beat, as your lungs wandered up and down. A geography full of wonder of landscapes. You have your own world. For how blessed I read what I know and feel experience, which is love and never forlorn world that I've never used in my everyday life. A son of yearning love is only speculations of personality customizing fantasy. Sitting in the dark where I once sat. No, any poems written is to compensate for when out of your presence and who cares in the world needs and exposed. Now I celebrate that I know I get to write about you. For those who envy, for the empty my soul everything I love, for them to keep. Our lips blistered for smile at one another, to that blank feeling of the world. In a world providing vague looks and lost worlds, left for the wind and the carry around, diversity everything. Eyes empty, death to a small group, as lovers distract themselves by tearing off the sheet. Poets giving away freely from concepts without sound and a ripple motion may be diverting not to be inadvertent pulled in front of platform tonight. Highlight. The future may bring meaning, but clarity has nothing to do with it. Theatre is setting a tone, but culture is either ritual or ineffort. It's slopping its dramatic nature, romance in allure, veiled over the truth. From the core attractive like virgin and tamed raw beauty, Buddha's homage to it. Never forbidden, history will be drenched in it. No need to worry about to spend this present moment in gloom. No future of being frail or fragile, but once it's done, you'll be able to hear like music. See it as a painting, but you will know it's a defining moment, not only for humanity, but something that is of God's masters of culture, just changing our ways. Don't try to visualize what will happen. It won't be one that imagination will bring to the forefront of the thought. Just imagine someone with so much wisdom. They could bend external to the ways of their thoughts at the pace of their heartbeat. Though selling vice to people will not cease, it will have something stilled in. Gratifying sense of the need of mastery of controlling a person who will free will, the ability to learn, change your surrounding and the awareness of admitted in private moments to what they are doing. Different illuminations. People want beef, till they put off their chests and knives, guns in their minds, holding secrets in others, just beginning to explore like suicidal bombers. Creating worlds and new gods. They can get your turn into ashes till it's memory. Then it's nothing eventually put into work. It's that real. A glimmer of silver silence once laid bare over the earth. They've been existing first. It's not a dose of they birth truth in defined form.
Listen come.
Throwing anyone out of the course of normality. Dying is somewhat liberating. Moves somewhat beyond physical pain, as the world stops spinning. Hurt will increase and stop haunting, corroding heart. I mean, don't you know you'll die? There is no other name I speak when I ask about who I give my unconditional love to. Isn't it a tragedy? Men love the beauty of women, as women adore the innocence of children, as children are most, as nobody wins. And just like that, the body dies. In the same world as the heart is simply lifted by fire love, packed with potent meeting, linked with the first gods, probing the past to know the new, construct the future, and reveal everything. Poetry more than a set of beautiful words. Celebrate the poet who experiences love and live to write about them. Testing power of the heart, a poem sees through the eyes of the mind, rolling all cultures, a language expressed and flowing toward and over the all art forms. Overthrowing any king of the nations, warming the essence of Kun being very being. Battles between comedy and tragedy. The trained artist is higher than art. The dreams like found me, knowing nothing else besides a lack of direction. So I'm now a dreamer. Like the moment of history, nothing is better than modern timing. There is no other way of thinking till it's obvious, and another way is known. Trigger anything. No one wanted any words in daily conversation. No one wanted any presence. No one is he or other, and no one is threatening the water to hold my drowning body. So I'm looking forward to something to give, and I am now lost in this world of constant use. I'm looking for something to give, at least something to publicity present to the world, whether it's considered ugly or beautiful, but I'm caught between wanting to be touched and left alone to know the isolation. Though the world rolls into metaphysical thrust, changing landscape, within a clear cage of wanting the sun to burn all out of until it vapes into the cosmodust, repeating dark times, but I remain open-minded, eager to learn as I am towards something else. Full journey. Checking my bag. If you get a chance to do so, break her heart, but she'll turn into the devil. It's a roller coaster, but you can't hit it and quit it. Play with magic without knowing what you're going for. There is not going back. Gentle winds turn into real winds. A showman's in the end, holding it in hand, holding the hand of an angel. Must set fire to failure before lighting any consolation to a burning beauty. For some poems written about these lovers. For our own method, stuck in the middle of being dumbfounded, where she would argue those same constellations change colors. Now she's second guessing herself. But you can't cue them with kindness, as a witness confesses the only sea they saw is when they spilled into the verbal venting of a love-lost veil, and over this last in their own heart one so bad. Its walls are filled with poems, shocking humans back into silence, hopeless of a widow, wonderful love, a romance world without an experience, feeling for poetry and culture that is rest shared. We're in the faraway depth of the cosmos. It's what poetry is, a collection of one's poetry, knowing as an industrial diamond laid out of over millennia. As the reader waiting familiar feelings, a yearning of attention, wanting to touch, just to be held and told there's familiar feelings. Love is as one is presenting themselves to do, not get close to me. As hard of a poem is a sudden little fluttering gesture that holds so much emotional weight. At times an expression of isolation, different perhaps in destructive hate, continual resentment.
What you wanna do? Car's coming.
That's okay. Enjoy. So what else about acting?
Acting. Not much. I wanna learn, even like to get into the film, like you said, depends, drama or comedy. I wanna know if I'm able to. The thing I would like to say about being a hair person, or in the other words, the usage of awareness of the complexities make me, that's
has given me both of everything I wanted and I not. It's given me a sense of overwhelming introversion into the character.
I just went to the club and say, I need you guys to be the background in the club. He doesn't have to say anything. I just acting. I was having some beer, drinking, look around, have look, put a little bit more. Like try to act like normal, like natural. But if it was before, I was more nervous, like shaking the cups or something.
Introversion was not something I had planned on. To my surprise, I end up declining people to see me as I am in my inner world. But when I open up, an overwhelming holy bond happens, and we are bonded with the thread of one supernova, and neither can turn back. That's if one genuine connection has been made. Not all the time it happens. To whose fault? That varies. But what's heartbreaking is when the other knows and they decline me. And the same time can be said for when I'm the on declining. Being a master of all personalities, face it, is one metaphysical end goal. I can truly be disappointed in myself when I allow myself never to unveil in front of the right ones. To what I learn in hindsight, devastated when I do unwrap to the wrong ones.
About everything, people recording, people watching.
Yeah, but there's what some do is close sets that is that when you're doing things like that, the actors can. It's a closed set, so pretty much only the people on set are the people who are needed, like the director, the camera guy, and maybe one or two more people. Hypothetically, if you go, you're having a sex scene today, there won't be nowhere near as many people in the room. So
what you want about art and or high culture. This includes philosophy, culture, criticism, and all forms and directions. If it's written by one person, it's full of flaws. It's not the covenant of life itself, no dogma, no creed, or something holy to live by, or even one's entire passion. No one religion has enough value to devote one's entire life to this. When it's coming to learn of oneself and have struggled to start or going to further than what's coming to face. As where meditation or introspection is one issue. Reading literature, philosophy, and psychology have been for me one key cornerstone to do and to start with along the line. Something that has been one constant dependency despite this piece being in support of individuality. It's okay. I try not to be discriminate when it's coming to reading and keeps one open mind. In particular of language, what literature, philosophy, and psychology heavily rely on. The usage of it, the expression of
language, the usage of it, the expression of language is spoken or written in one primal way of our communication, but in one lucid, clear way of articulating one's feelings. Thoughts, ideas, wisdom, sensation to the external is heavily important to me as it is to the others. For the importance of others, despite perfection, is in silence. Like I said, with celebrities, famous people for their respective profession, random publics, heroes. I do mainly interact with everyday people, and I humble enough to accept they might know something that I don't. As poetry is one clear expression of mixed feelings, philosophy, various forms of the one idea attempting to escape, psychology battling different interior ones and explain, but common speech is that and has only potential to go forth. I know the potential to go south and stupidity. But the limitations of language is the limitation of learning. In the endeavor of learning or teaching, one's language will always be exhausted. What's annoying others don't do it. Sure, this sort of paragraph goes from the basis of knowing what is myself, right? Some words is a bit hard on. It's okay?
It's okay.
You can catch everything I say wrong. Oh, this was a long one.
That's not one.
Kill me. Did you break in the middle? Because I can't focus. I start laughing. When I make a mistake, I laugh. Sorry.
It's cute.
we gonna keep stopping, going? Wanna go through or little break?
Little break.
Yeah, because I didn't breathe much. It's like rich. You never know when you go in the sun, it's hot. When you go in the shadow, it's cold. Lazy weathers. Beautiful house over there. I like the house.
Yeah, there's some really pretty houses.
Yeah, very cute. All white. You really don't see many like white house. All white. People always want to put some colors. Look like movies house. Okay, let's read.
Rain?
So we'll finito soon. As soon as possible.
Now what we do? Oh, maybe
I thought you were gonna jump that.
just maybe read a little part. Maybe some spice. Maybe not. We'll go up to here and see how we go. That okay?
Just quickly. The time I read the poem, hope don't fly, but like here and there.
That's
Thinking
my
about
fault.
it.
My car's a mine fault. Yeah.
Did you get it?
Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
That's good.